Welcome to Earl Stewart on Cars.
Value added means that you're going to get more for the car when you trade it in or more when you sell it. The cheapest car can be the most expensive unless you have those accessories that are good and don't take the accessories that are bad. Value added is a good way to think of it. Does that accessory that I'm buying add value to my car? And if not, you don't want it. If you want to see exactly what adds value to a car or doesn't, you can go to Edmunds.com, EDMUNDS.com, or Kelley Blue Book, KBB.com. That website tells you which accessories are value-added accessories and which accessories are a waste of money. There are definitely some things that you want to have on a car. There are certain accessories that are almost free. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Air conditioning is free. Now, you say, well, that's not true. Air conditioning costs, a couple $1,000s. You get that couple $1,000 or whatever the air conditioning accessory in your car is back when you trade it in. Believe me, if you try to trade in a car, particularly in Florida without air conditioning, it might even cost you more than $2,000. Needed popular accessories. Cruise control is a good accessory. Obviously, air conditioning. In a luxury car, you might have leather and moonroof might be an important accessory. So you have to know what accessories are the ones that you really want. If there's something on a car that you really don't care about, but the dealer wants you to take it, because it's on the car and they don't have another one handy at the present time, then chances are that that's a superfluous kind of accessory that you don't want to mess around with. And in most cases today, power windows, power door locks, cruise control, these are all good accessories. Now, you get into the fancy-dancy stuff, like these ridiculously expensive navigation systems. Navigation is not something I would recommend either. Typically, when you're buying a car, don't buy the cheapest. Obviously, automatic transmission, air conditioning. A stripped car is a hard car to get rid of. When you really get cheap, you're talking about a stick shift. Now, what percentage of today's population in 2013 knows how to drive a stick shift? Only old guys like me know how to drive stick shifts, and I'm probably pretty rusty. You'd be surprised what percentage of the vehicles advertised on television and radio and newspaper are stick shifts. So the first thing they do, you walk in, let me see the car, and then you say, well, I don't know how to drive a manual transmission. So immediately they're able to raise the price by adding the automatic transmission in at full MSRP. And that's the way the game's played. Probably the most famous waste of money accessories are the ones that the dealers add. Paint sealant, dealer-added stripes. How about nitrogen in tires? That's a total waste of money. Glass etch. Glass etching is something that a lot of dealers, I'd say maybe most dealers do. They use a chemical etch. They put the VIN number on the windows and the windshields down low, and they're saying, well, this is going to prevent your car from being stolen. Well, there's some truth to that. If I'm a car thief and I can see a car that's got the VIN etched in the glass, I might go to the next car down the row and steal that one if it doesn't have the VIN etched in the glass, because, if a cop pulls up and he's got a particular VIN he's looking for, he won't be able to see it on that car. It costs the dealers $4 or $5 to do that, and they'll charge you $200 for it. Color is extremely important. Your favorite color might be purple, but if you buy yourself a purple Honda Accord, it might be a little hard to get rid of that car. You see them drive by on the highway, day glow orange cars and things like that. I mean, you might love that color, and it might be fun for the 3 or 4 years you own the car, but you're not going to be able to get rid of the car and without taking a bath and trade-in or resale. So white you can't go wrong with. I mean, of course, there's different types of white. I mean, you can get the pearl and the fancy with the metallic kind of a thing. I mean, but you can't go wrong with white. You can't go wrong with black. Now, the exceptions are with sports cars. I mean, if you're going to buy a little sporty convertible like a Mazda Miata, red's a great color. Sporty cars typically go for the flashier colors, but for the average car, 95% of the cars on the road, white, silver, beige, black are good solid colors. Some colors are sales-proof. I don't know where the manufacturers come up with some of these colors. For a special order car, I guess you could sell one, but for a dealer to put on his lot and inventory it is insane. Dealers don't order them because nobody wants to buy them. Earl Stewart.